Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin 2. It crashed again, that's why things are looking different. In the last episode, we continued through the Hole of Heroes, finishing the most difficult parts, basically the entire meat of the place. Well, maybe not the entire meat of the place, but the hardest parts. And in this episode, we're probably gonna finish it. Can't say that for sure, but I think so. So yeah, there was another crash, that's why my numbers look different. I was able to kill Beatty without a single casualty. Not one dweevil picked up my treasure. It went so much better than when it was recorded. This is not a game issue. This is an issue with my computer and my recording setup. So don't think that this game is prone to crashing. It's not. I've just been having really bad luck on the technical side for the past few days, or however many episodes. It's been a while. Think I finally fixed the audio issue, I think. Oh, final floor! Alright, I take everything back that I said about this place being potentially 20 floors. It's not, it's 15. So, we've seen not all of the bosses again. There are a couple we didn't see. Notably, the water wraith is not here, because it wouldn't make sense for it to exist outside of the submerged castle. This would only be useful as a potion now. And there's also one boss that we didn't see from the distance, not the perplexing pool. Again, because it really doesn't make sense for it to exist outside of that environment, but also that fight is very special, and you couldn't make it work in a place like this. You'll see when we get there. Potion? Nope. Alright, so here we are, battered and bruised. Both of our captains are almost dead. Our squad is only half of what it was when we first came into this place. Let's take care of these jelly floats first. We have learned throughout the course of this place that the little enemies will in fact get in the way, or at the very least become a distraction. So let's nip that in the bud. Observing the field here, we can see that it is a circular arena. Oh, I'm glad this guy came over to us. It's a circular arena. There appears to be the shadow of something in the middle of it. Shadow of a spider web, in fact. We've already seen Beady Longlegs, so whatever could that mean? Oops. Oh man, he got both of us. We might... I'm thinking I might lose a captain on purpose just to show off what it does. Because we're at the point where there's really nothing left to do in the Wistful Wild, so we don't need to split our time there. And this is the final boss, and you don't need two captains for it. So I might just show that off. I don't think it kicks you out of the cave if you lose one of your captains. But we're gonna find out. And then, if it does kick you out, I will be resetting, because that will have been a purposeful decision and not a mistake on my part that I have to deal with the consequences of. All things considered, getting down to this floor with 50 Pikmin is actually pretty good. I realize that canonically it should be less because of the whole Beady thing, but you know what? When I wasn't, still kind of residually panicking from the rest of the cave and, frustrated, it really wasn't so bad. It did help that I had a better layout in terms of the little dweevils. It was about the same situation with Beady being over water. I just let it walk towards our squad a little bit and then it was okay. But there were only 2 or 3 dweevils in the way to begin with, and it was really easy to just kill a couple and then wasn't even a problem. Alright, I'm not going to take the purples because they're not particularly aerodynamic. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the president because I would like to get him killed real quick. I'm not worried about accidentally getting Olimar killed. So yeah, big open arena, spider web. It's here somewhere. At the end of this huge, monstrous hole, they throw you the easiest boss in the game that is not that gimmick boss that I told you about. Come on. The only way that I think anybody would lose a captain to this is on purpose. The president is down. He's being sucked up into the ship, and you carry on without him. If you lose a captain, you just have to do the rest of it with only one captain. In this case, that's not going to be super punishing, because like I said, this guy is easy. Hopefully, I won't eat my words. This is... oh, what's his name? The Rampaging Longlegs, maybe? We'll see his name at the end either way. Here's the thing about this guy. He's exactly the same as Beady Longlegs, except he's a giant target and extremely slow. This, like I said, I wasn't kidding when I said this is the easiest fight in the game. Look at how slow this guy moves. The problem with him is that it regenerates health very quickly. And if there is another gimmick, it gets very fast once it's been attacked, but it doesn't stay fast. If they wanted to actually make this guy intimidating, they should have made it so that it speeds up every time it gets attacked. But look at that. It's just slow again. This is very anticlimactic, almost enough so that it's disappointing, quite frankly. This cave was so hard. You took all the bosses, well, most of the bosses from other parts of the game. I'm pretty sure beefed them up, gave them more health, gave them more defense, and threw additional elements in. And this is the final boss? It's almost insulting. It's so big, it doesn't even make my spider senses tingle. Spider senses in this case being like gross out factor. Gosh, I don't even really know what else to say. It's an easy fight. But maybe they did that on purpose. Maybe after getting through what they knew was going to be a really rough cave, they wanted to give you a bit of a breather. I don't know, it just doesn't feel like this guy is a worthy addition to the roster of bosses in this game, especially after some of the ones we fought in the cave were so disgustingly hard. But we did it. Got lightning all over its body when it dies, and it, of course, melts into dust, just like Beady. Well, that guy won't be missed. Hope you have 30 Pikmin left, because you need them to carry this treasure. Or purples, of course. We've got a Rob head. I really wish I had a Rob, honestly. I haven't looked into getting one secondhand. I would assume they're pretty expensive these days. And also, I don't think it would mean as much to me to get one now if I didn't have any memories with it. $250 Pokos, the remembered old buddy. Rob for short. Alright, let's nectar up, mostly just because we can. And then we're out of here. That is the Wistful Wild completed. And I actually did this cave in one shot. I told you I'd try, and I did make it happen in the end. I'm pretty proud of myself for that one. Oof. Oof. 80 Pikmin died. Yikes. It really is all easier from here. That's the one advantage to doing all the difficult stuff early. You get a nice, bit of a relaxing time for finishing the game up. I don't remember if we were at the beginning or the end of the day. It looks like we were towards the end. Yeah, we were towards the end. What should I do? I can do one of two things here. I could either just pack it in and end the day, or I could go for some potions. I think the smart option is going to be going for potions. The next question then becomes, do I just cut here, or do I bring you with me? I think I'm going to bring you with me, because it is the last day we're going to have here in the Wistful Wild. And there's not all that much time left in the day. Gonna bring white Pikmin because they're carry speed. And then you'll get to see, you know what? No, actually. I'm not going to bring a full squad of whites. I'm going to take this opportunity to show something off that I'm going to have to show at some point. I wish they would just let you put them all back at once, but whatever. We had to wait for them all. I'm going to show off something that I'm going to have to show off at some point. So, might as well do it now. I'm sure some people who are watching already know about this just based on what I'm about to do. But there are a few secrets in this game. A few I'm going to have to show in a What We Missed bonus... Oh, there's the president. There he is. A few secrets I'm going to have to show in a What We Missed bonus video because they take place a long time from now. There's a few things that happen in the game, I believe, on or after day 30, at the very least. So, we're not going to reach day 30. certainly not. We're probably gonna reach... I'd be surprised if we reach day 25, frankly. So I'm not going to just do that within the regular course of a playthrough. But I'm gonna be quiet. Alright, apparently this doesn't work unless there's still treasure in the area. Unless they start in a minute. There it is. That song that they sang is the... Let him go again. That's the theme song of this game in Japanese. It's called Ai no Uta, which means love song. And it's basically a song about kind of like nature and the cycle of life. People have called it a gruesome song, and it kind of is, but mostly in the sense that Mother Nature can be a pretty brutal place. A lot of the stuff is kind of dark. It's talking about how the Pikmin will do anything for Olimar, but really for anybody who's commanding them. They'll fight, they'll work, they'll be eaten. So, yeah, I suppose it is a little bit dark. But I'm pretty sure, and maybe this is just me making things up, but I'm pretty sure that is alluding to the cycle of nature. Alright, well, in the course of trying to get that little thing to work, I don't think we're going to get a second crop of berries, so let's get these back, and then I think I will just end the day. I am glad I got to show that off, though. I was worried they weren't going to do it for a second. I guess it just takes a long time. Maybe the game wanted to keep it hidden, so it didn't want to just reveal that secret to anybody who has an even squad. Because getting an even squad like that is not something that most people wouldn't think to do. I think it's probably pretty common for, at least in the beginning, before somebody feels out the game and kind of what you need, to just be like, yeah, just take an even spread. So I can see why they'd want to guard that secret a little bit. Is this everybody? Oh my god, we're missing somebody. Of course we are. Oh, it's just another berry. Okay. I think we did get one more spray from that. Come on, little guy. Alright. I was kind of hoping that would be the last berry that we needed for a spray. No, we need 4 more. Ah, well. If I had just not let him get back, our berry count would have been harmonious again. Let's end this day. And say goodbye to the Wistful Wild in the process. This was an interesting area. Goodbye, Groink. We will not be seeing you again. Not even in the Picklepedia. We're done with the Groink there. Oh, that is a big load off. I would say, out of the things I was worried about in this game, the Hole of Heroes is probably the worst one, because it had everything that I was already worried about, but worse. Papa, thanks! There were so many cute girls at the hot springs. I was a little nervous, but I got over it. Next time, you totally have to come with us. We'll have so much fun. Well, it sounds like Olimar's son, at least, still loves him. It can be a little hard to tell from the wife's letters sometimes. This game does definitely get a little dark sometimes. Wistful Wild is finished. And I decided in the last episode that I had to split like this, that I'm going to put Picklepedia at the end. It just made more sense than making people have to scrub through if they don't care about it. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to make a clear note to myself here so that in editing I remember to do it. And I am going to... Hold on. Computer. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry about that. My computer had another thing. Gonna make sure, hopefully nothing bad happens because of it. I'm getting a little bit worried. I can worry about that on my own time. So if you're here for Picklepedia, what's gonna be at the end. But for now, let us keep moving on, going back to the perplexing pool. I suspect we're going to take 2 more days here. I think we're going to need a maximum of 2, but I also don't think we can finish it in 1 because one of the puzzles I know we haven't finished here is very long. And the enemies here have all come back. So let's see, what are we tackling today? Looking at the map as if treasures are going to appear here like it's Pikmin 1. I think today is going to be largely about scouting. and getting rid of the enemies that have come back. So let's take our usual squad of purples, leave the president here for when we decide exactly what we're going to do. The president's all rested up, so is Olimar. There is no permanent penalties for losing a captain, so no worries about that. Let's get these guys out of here. Unfortunately, with the perplexing pool, it is very important to make sure your route is completely clear, because even if you think you've gotten all the big, obvious enemies, those little guys will be hidden in the ground more often than you'd like. Bye-bye, Wollywog. We're basically done with growing Pikmin for the rest of the game, so we don't need to worry about taking these guys back. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Still didn't lose any- oh, boy. Still didn't lose anyone. Yeah, if the Wollywog is in the air, it can still kill your Pikmin even though it's dead. Okay. Whites. That is going to be a thing for the whites. Yeah, let's take 30. 30's overkill, but I'm kind of going for overkill right now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to work outside for basically as long as it takes to fill a standard episode, and then I'm going to go into the last cave. Actually, I don't even know if the last cave is open yet. I'm gonna have to look at that. Alright, let's get this thing first and foremost. Everybody's working on that, please. Alright, this area is basically cleared out. That's the shower room over there, right? Yes, that's the shower room. We don't need to be over there. And we don't need to kill the Toady Boystar. That thing will not attack us. Even if it tries to come after us, it's going to be too slow and it won't be able to catch us. But I'm pretty sure this thing is... yeah, it's not even coming to us. It's running away from us. Just kind of following the radar right now. Did we already get that treasure that's over there? I think so. I think we got that. Alright. Oh, they've got that. Oh, I saw those guys. Ooh. Olimar got eaten there. Did that one thing do that much health? Sheesh. Oh, I guess I must have gotten attacked by multiple. Alright, so they all walked back on their own. That's perfect. We've got an empty shell here. For 60 Pokos, the fortified delicacy. Alright, so what do I want the president to do? I want the president to go find that cave if we haven't already. Yeah, it's not there. Okay, so the president's gonna go back to base. We need yellow Pikmin to open that cave up. Let's get it with Olimar first. We've got the purples here. We can see if the way needs clearing. It probably does. We've got 2 of the above ground treasures now. I'm trying to think of which one we've already got. Oh, dang. Okay. I was worried for a second that guy was gonna get eaten. Hey! Okay, so that bridge isn't built. Let's see if we can lure that frog over out of the water. I'm going to try to use the president for that. If we can't, well, we'll just get the blues. I think I know which I think it was the treasure that would have been where we just were. No, it's the one that the Toady Boyster had. Okay, so I've got a plan of attack now. Come on. Excellent. Even if that jump was a little bit weird and glitched out. Alright. President is going to... oh. See, this is why you clear the way first. President is going to take an even split... well, actually, no. I'm not going to clear that out yet. Because there's still a reason to keep whites around right now. I'm going to get a treasure that's near base. Pretty sure we don't have it. Oh, we haven't even cleared that gate. Well, I guess we'll work on that treasure later. The president's gonna get an even split of blues and yellows. Actually, probably more yellows than blues. Let's put these guys back. Yeah, definitely more. You know what? I think we're just gonna take mostly blues. Alright, let these guys go back in. In fact, I think we're just gonna take all blues. Because I want to get that black gate down as soon as possible, and we have that bridge to build. So when the bridge is done, we'll come back and get yellows. Ooh, not a lot of flowers on these guys. I guess that's something I should have taken care of when I was in the Wistful Wild, but it's not that important. 3 Dumples. Very close by to each other. Not what you want to see, but I suppose this is why we brought lots of them. I think I am just going to spawn here. How many did we lose? Ooh, only 3. That's not so bad. Alright, when this thing gets down, then we've got some work to do back here. There's like a whole section back here that doesn't even lead to a cave, surprisingly enough. Okay, can we get this guy on land? Please? Pretty please? Almost. Not quite. Okay, guess we're going the other way. Trying to think here. We might not get in... I saw something moving. Oh, it's just the skitter leaf. We might not get into that second cave, cave today, which is fine. We needed to spend a second day here anyway. That's not worth it. I would like those blues to be working on that gate, though. You know what? If they kill that thing, it's fine. Alright, I will actively go after it. This is another one of those enemies that only has 1 HP. Well, it doesn't have 1 HP, but if you squish it directly, it will go down in 1 hit. Alright, so let's pretty please, get these blues on that gate. I suppose I could be splitting my time between this gate and that bridge over there, but I just... And maybe that is more efficient, but especially with a black gate like this, I just want as much manpower on this as possible. Alright. Leave those guys there. See if there's any other way we can go to scout around. I'm pretty sure there is another way. Again, just sort of trying to go over the map of this place in my head. If I have the opportunity, it might not be a terrible idea to get some nectar somewhere. Let's see here. Yeah, there's more enemies down this way. Oh yeah, bitter berries. We don't really need these. There was a time where I would have liked them, but that time has passed. Let's see, what else? It's not particularly effective to go after this guy with purples, but it can probably be done. Yeah! All you need is 1 to land, and it'll get knocked down, and then you can stun it. How are we doing on that bridge? Oh, or gate, excuse me. They're done here. Let's go take these guys and work on that bridge. Where am I? I'm going the wrong way. We'll worry about the treasures that are here some other time. My main focus right now is I'd like to get that cave open, because then we can go into it, obviously. Yeah, we're already... I actually think we might need 3 days here, because we're already halfway through the day. We've only gotten 1 treasure, and I completely forgot that we didn't even open the way to the last cave, so... Yeah, I think 3 days is likely what we're gonna do. Alright, come on, attack! Oh, we lost somebody. Probably gonna lose another guy. That's alright. Look at me, I'm like past the point of caring about single Pikmin. You do hit a point in the games when it's just like, you've got so many of them. Who cares? Obviously, I can only say that because they're not real. Alright, let's get this bridge. Oh, wonderful! Nectar! 2 drops of nectar. Perfect. That'll make the bridge go faster. There's a puzzle here. You need to bring yellows over and throw them to the little place where they can reach that yellow gate. But obviously to do that, you have to have that bridge constructed. I am gonna bother checking these eggs. Could be something important, like a red potion. If it is a red spray, I'm not... well, it wasn't, but if it was, I wasn't going to bother taking the time to get Olimar over here to do the duplication glitch. There's just too much stuff happening. He's all the way over there doing very important things. And we have to have 1 hit. Alright, get stunned, please, please. No. Come on. I don't think it ever actually got stunned, but that's okay because we took it out. Yeah, I guess today was mostly just about clearing stuff out. Alright, and that's going to be yellow gate for the yellows. can we get this frog to get us over here? If not, that was a little bit silly what we just did. Whatever, we're not going to be needing the purples for the rest of the day. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is, now that I've got this huge squad, instead of taking the time to go down the cave today, I'm actually just going to explore this area over here. Get it cleared out so that we can get the treasures here tomorrow. And I guess we'll just go down the cave tomorrow. Not a big deal. Sometimes your plans don't go exactly the way you wanted in Pikmin. It's part of the process. Ooh, we just lost a couple. Oh well. Were those the first Wollywog casualties? It's possible. And I think we're about to get it. Got one last jump. Oh, nope, it's gonna get 2 last jumps. Come on. And this should be the end of it. Yep. Alright, there's a treasure buried here. I'm not even gonna bother. Oh, I guess they've got it already. I was gonna say, I'm not gonna bother with the skitter leaf because I think it might be counted as a small enemy that respawns after 1 day. Alright, take out the dumples. And... okay, so that's just a shortcut over there. We actually didn't even need to bother with those dumples. Come on. So, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to at least get this treasure over here started. Olimar has control of the purples. Yes, okay. So that means I'm going to put these guys back. And we're actually going to need whites for that, because you could see it was buried. And this treasure is a little bit convoluted. This took me a little bit of time to figure out my first time through. This would be a really good treasure to do with 2 captains. But it's really not even worth bothering with those electric gates right now. We're not going to make it there in time. So, instead of using 2 captains, I think I'm just going to throw the guys, well, obviously I'm only using 1 captain, but I'm just going to throw the guys over and get the thing unburied, because what you're supposed to do is have whites dig it up and then have blues bring it back, but I don't think we have time for that. So I'm just going to bring a large squadron of whites, have them, where do I throw them? Throw them here? I think I throw them here. That doesn't look right. Is it over here? Yeah, it's over here. I'm just gonna throw them, get them to dig the treasure up so that it's there tomorrow, and then carry it back tomorrow. We've got Pikmin scattering. I don't know why they're doing that. Assuming I can get over there in time. Because once we're over there with them, I can just stay over there and just end the day. And everybody should be safe and sound. The countdown's probably gonna start, but yeah, countdown started. I will at least be able to take control of them so I won't lose anybody. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, we're gonna leave them behind. Shoot, I missed. Yikes. Well, I'm not resetting because of that. We did too much, and I don't need the whites that badly, but oof. Oof, that was a bad one. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ugh. And there they go. Wow, that's one of the worst mistakes I've ever made playing this game. Ugh. All right, take note. That was not the right place to throw them. Wow, that ended up being a disaster of a day. Yikes! How many did I lose? 59. Okay, that's more than half of our whites right there. Like I said, I don't need them, but sheesh. Your notification report was wrong again. How many times do I have to correct you? It's because of behavior like this that I, the real boss, have to work so hard. Apparently, the president is in business with his wife. That was a little bit embarrassing. Ugh, wasn't the greatest note to end things on, but whatever. Keep it pushing. These things happen in Pikmin. We gotta keep it moving. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Pikmin 2, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode where we continue through the distant spring, not the distant spring, I keep doing that, the perplexing pool, possibly finishing up the outside and then jumping down a hole. If you're here for Piklopedia, just, we'll do it in a minute. Bye-bye! Alright. Alright, let's Piklopedia. Starting, of course, with our new enemies, the Spotty Bullbear. Spotty Bullbear, grub dog family. A mid-sized subspecies within the grub dog family, the Spotty Bullbear's unique feeding habits set it apart from other grub dogs. The Spotty Bullbear patrols a set path searching for prey, instead of passively feeding on creatures that wander into a limited territorial range. When entering bullbear habitat, it is wise to proceed with extreme caution until the bullbear's patrol path can be clearly identified. And of course, the Bulborb Lava. Grub dog family. As its name implies, this creature is a bulborb in an early stage of development. Its distinct bulborb coloration has yet to appear, but it already exhibits other uniquely bulborb characteristics. It is capable of hunting nourishment independently without the help of its parents. Now let's look at Louie's notes, because we've already finished the other bulborbs. If you're wondering why we didn't get the Spotty Bullbear in the Piklopedia before, even though we technically fought one before, it's because it went over the edge and our Pikmin didn't interact with it. For an unrivaled green curry, peel away the Spotty Bullbear's skin, pulverize the juicy innards, and stew until curiously fragrant. This meager creature offers little meat, but its eyeballs are a local delicacy. Try them with okra and a dollop of sour cream. What exactly counts as local? And, like, are we talking... I don't know. Raging Longlegs, that's what it was. Arachnorb family. Arachnorbs boast a wondrous biological composition, with a silicon-based exoskeleton and innards coated with malleable heavy metals. However, much about these creatures remains a mystery, as specimens regularly explode when they are dissected. These explosions produce scorching flames that completely melt all internal organs, leaving us with a disappointing lack of information on the inner workings of the species. We must await the development of new dissection procedures and more specialized research before we can better understand this enigmatic creature. However, the following observation notes have been recorded. Appears to be leveling terrain for some unknown purpose. Location of eyes and ears not readily apparent. Freezing a specimen may yield new research opportunities. And with that, we've actually seen all of the bosses, so... Oh, not all of them. No, we're still missing one. Never mind, of course. I know exactly which one that is, too. Alright, well then, in that case, we will continue our Louie's notes with the little guys. For an unforgettable quiche, slice this creature up and mix with 4 eggs, 2 vine-ripened tomatoes, a diced zucchini, and generous handfuls of feta and Swiss. Bake until crusty and golden. This beast is most flavorful if caught and cooked just after laying its eggs. Male sheargrub. Spread several specimens in the bottom of a casserole dish and layer with sliced avocado. Bake until the meat is choice and cheese is lusciously browned. I wouldn't have thought to bake with avocado. Shearwig. Grate this beast into a zest and whisk with sugar, cream, and chopped dark chocolate for a lusciously indulgent mousse that's a true culinary coup de grace. Cloaking burrownet. Boil in the shell with a pinch of salt until bright red and serve piping hot with tartar sauce. Ravenous whiskerpillar. Delicious skillet seared or sautéed with scallions and a red Genovese sauce. I'm not sure what that is, I'll have to look that up. Anode beetle. Drain the electrical charge before boiling. Although it is possible to eat an anode beetle while it is charged, doing so may result in an unpleasant tingling sensation. And let's end with the Maitite. Flash fry with garlic and red chilies in a hot pan, then sprinkle with grated gorgonzola. Some dinner guests may find the legs unappealing, so it's best to remove them before serving. That's me. I'm some dinner guest. I find the legs unappealing. Let's come here. We finished a series. You've collected the Xenoflora series. Botanists will fog their spectacles over these wonders. And that appears... Oh, no, it's still going. You've collected the Ancient Secret series. This old junk will make romantics weep with joy. As usual, it looks like this is going to be the section that takes most of our time. You got the Blast from the Past series. My nostalgic pitch will transform these oldies into hits. Even more, you've collected the Massive Receptacle series. Hocotations could practically live in these. And that does appear to be it. Alright. So, let's get to checking these things. Nutrient silo. What a fascinating storage container. There's more food crammed in here than I could eat in a lifetime. Louis, however. Drone supplies. This food pack makes you want to throw all dietary restrictions out the window and take a bite. Patience tester. This calls out to be opened, peeked inside, and tasted. This temptation-filled item is perfect for those who wish to test the strength of their resolve. Endless repository. No matter how much you eat, this magic container is never empty, so go ahead and have a bite. Captain Olimar and his crony used this excuse. They later issued a written apology. Fruit guard. A taste of knowledge from a foreign world. This container holds juices of a primitive fruit. If you are a devotee of genuine taste, you cannot pass this up. Nutrient silo, a food storage tank of bewitchingly titanic size. As legend has it, this item is so captivating that the discoverer tried to claim it for himself. Hopefully no one in Hocotate has peanut allergies. Stringent container, a packed-to-the-brim food container. According to legend, the discoverer of this item found it and immediately began to drool, which is weird because I'm pretty sure that's that's baking powder. That's, well, technically edible, not anything you'd ever want to eat. Alright, Conifer Spire. I've paid off all the company's debt, but I find myself returning to this planet yet again. This time I must find and rescue Louis. I've been scouring the wilderness we landed on. As I scour this region, I can't help but feel lonely for my faithful sidekick, even if he does eat all of the ship's onboard snacks. Because of my loneliness, I've dubbed this rough region the Wistful Wild. So that's why it's got its name. Interesting. Corpulent nut. This rotund nut reminds me of the president's sizable girth. Short, sweet, and to the point. Science project. The perfect plant for extra credit research for a Hocotate Elementary Pupil Science Fair. You can be the dad to rely on to help with homework as long as you possess this beauty. Again, I don't quite know why that is the thing that they came up with for that, but whatever. Pilgrim bulb. Life finds a way across galaxies. Can a plant from a primitive planet take root in Hocotate soil? Why don't you invest in this romantic pursuit? Arboreal frippery. Perfect for those who love natural designs in their home. This leaf applique is a bargain. Use it in pieces or cover an entire wall in leafiness. Conifer spire. Life is full, but short. Is this one of those short-lived life forms that changes shape as it ages? Even though it is dried out, it has not lost its unique charm. Armored nut. This common, ordinary nut somehow reminds me of myself and fills me with sadness. Okay then. Corpulent nut. This fellow has consumed more nutrients than necessary and now possesses superior fatness. In our harsh world, this is a lifestyle to envy. Anything else new? Yes. Lustrous element. This rare alien metal doesn't exist on Hocotate. When I gaze at it, I'm gripped with an overpowering sense of greed. On Hocotate, there is a valuable metal with a stunning sheen that has a similar effect. Perhaps this alluring metal is responsible for many of this planet's woes. You're not wrong, Olimar. Such radiance, such shine, like magic, this product stimulates greed in all intelligent life forms. Bring your wallets and gather around, buyers. Crystal King. Collectors of the rare, assemble! This is a one-of-a-kind specimen of a unique crystal life form. Proof? True collectors need no proof. This romantic piece could be yours today. That is just a straight-up lie. Future orb. Is the future bright or dark and dreary? If you are worried about tomorrow, this is for you. This multidimensional crystal visualizes the branches of time and displays the future. Gyroid bust. This looks exactly like the gyroids that have become so popular on planet Hocotate. Its pitiful expression is beloved by the Hocotate youth. Reference to Animal Crossing, I presume? Unknown merits. Decades of toil with nose to the grindstone, insulting orders swallowed without a hiccup. Such is the life of a salaried man. His name will not be remembered, his family will not understand. But if the results bear out his efforts, that is enough. Now, nose to the grindstone, drone. Mirrored element. All reason flies in the face of this sparkle. It's not flashy, but it still inspires avarice. Avarice is greed, for anybody who doesn't know. Dimensional slicer. Our salvage operations have yielded several unbelievably advanced artifacts. According to my analysis, this cutting device can slice through the fabric of time and space. My days of struggling to open food canisters are over. I don't know about that, but it is very convenient for what it's meant to do. This is new? Essence of true love. That's peculiar. When I gaze at the stone, all of my stress seems to wash away. I'm suddenly not so annoyed with my irrational boss and unappreciative underlings. I'm not even annoyed with the tight-fisted corporation I slave for each and every day. And what does that have to do with true love exactly? Joyless jewel. We found this treasure in a cave teeming with merciless creatures, but we did find this gorgeous jewel, so it wasn't all bad. Update. It turns out that it's just plastic, so it was all bad after all. And that's why it's joyless. Love sphere. According to the ship's scanners, this inanimate object has the capacity to love. Unfortunately, my love is already spoken for. Although, not quite sure what Almar's implying there. Remembered old buddy. I can't believe I had the fortune to find this thing buried underground. It looks like a component of a huge mechanical doll. It looks just like a part from a robot in a cartoon I used to watch as a kid. How nostalgic. This futuristic machine makes me feel like I've traveled back in time. This relic rose directly from the sands of time. Its shape invokes waves of sweet nostalgia. Middle-aged men throughout the universe harken back to the days of their youth and grin. They pass on their tales to the next generation, filling them with adventure and romance. Fond gyro block. Since I landed on this planet, I've encountered countless treasures that remind me of my childhood. I wonder why that is. I think it's because the objects we're discovering look just like things I had as a kid. This is one of those items. Red, the color of memories, of sunsets at the end of a day of play, of pure embarrassment. Memorable gyro block. The other day, I accidentally threw away my son's favorite toy. He wouldn't stop crying. Some things that seem unimportant to adults are treasures to kids. When I was a boy, I'm sure I felt the same way about my favorite things. Now, my family is my treasure. No matter how old you grow, you will ever remember the treasures of childhood. Take this gift. Lost gyro block. When I observe this object, I can't stop myself from tearing up. I wonder why. It's hard to say, but it might be because some of these items remind me of the past. Remember your treasured toys? You took such good care of them, but some broke anyway. For some reason, this green gyro brings back those memories and causes your heart to quiver. Favorite gyro block. When I was a kid, I always wanted my toys to be blue. Blue is such a cool color. I believe it's also the most popular color in the world, if I'm remembering correctly. Children throughout the universe are captivated by the very thought of this cool blue disc. Hocotate toy makers are swamped with orders for this popular item. Oops. Treasured gyro block. Yesterday we ventured into a spooky hole. Previously, all of the organisms we've encountered were massed together in one cave. Had I not divided the Pikmin by color and utilized their unique abilities, I would never have made it out alive. In memory of my daring adventure, I've named that hole the Hole of Heroes. Feel the joy that only collectors can savor, the happiness for those who have found them all. Enjoy this wonderful feeling to your heart's content. Dream Architect. Going to bed early is a waste of time for a lively soul. This dream maker makes nights fun. Fine, so it's broken and does not work. That is a drawback. Come on, use your imagination. Stone of Glory. This odd rock is completely filled with nostalgia. None can dispute the magical powers of this stone. Can the day when this rock rules the entire universe be far away? Do Hocotations have video games? Glee Spinner. This produces a mysterious, shape-induced mental effect in all living creatures. You simply must rotate it. Spin, 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 spin. What fun it must be. Cosmic Archive. All worldly matters from time's start to its end are said to be recorded in this historical vault. It is so huge, decoding it all is impossible. Its mere existence is said to make one philosophical. And I believe we're back to we're back to the beginning, or the end, as it were. And of course, we can't forget the stuff that we finished up in this episode. We got a couple of treasures, well, we got one treasure in the Perplexing Pool. So let's read that, shall we? The Fortified Delicacy. I wonder what's become of the creature the shell was defending. Enigmas like this always make me curious. Was it tasty? Maybe I should find one and give it a taste? All in the name of science and exploration, of course. And that's the end for this episode, so thank you for watching Picklepedia with me, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!